So in this video, I'm going to show you how to make automated passive income every month by selling AI art on Etsy. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe to stay tuned for future videos on how to make money online. Okay, so first off, the physical things that you'll need to start selling AI art is obviously a computer or laptop and Photoshop, or an alternative to Photoshop. So the first thing you're going to want to do is download this program called Midjourney. You can just go online, search it up, and download it pretty easily. It's actually free to use, and you have about 25 images that you can freely generate stuff before you start having to pay a monthly subscription. There's obviously different tiers. The higher you pay, the more you'll be able to use per month. And if you do use up all your images, you can just refill it for a small amount. The next step is connecting it to Discord. If you don't have Discord or know what it is, it's basically for group chats or group calls, and it's a really clever way to generate AI art. You're just messaging the AI bot, literally texting it what you want to make. When you first connect Midjourney to Discord, you're going to see in the server there's literally a live feed of people generating stuff by the second. So what you're going to want to do is click the Midjourney bot. There should be a little drop down tab that pops up, and click add to server. And now that you've added the Midjourney bot to your own server, you can text it from there. You don't have to be in the Midjourney server itself. That way there's not a million images flying by. Keep in mind that even though this is in your server, it's still public. People are still able to see on the public feed. It's just less hectic for you. But there is an option to have completely private image generations, but I think that's the highest tier where you're gonna have to pay more. So now that we have what we're actually gonna be using to make the images, now we need to start looking at what images are selling. So we're gonna go on Etsy, look at other AI art, clip art, things like that, where we can see what's popular. You'll see that there's a lot of successful stores that are only selling AI generated images. And keep in mind, since you're selling downloadable images, once you make a listing, you won't have to lift a finger. You don't have to worry about the shipping or any of that. So once you figure out a popular image or pattern that you want to make, you just type and describe that in Midjourney, and you can use some key terms or keywords that you found on Etsy, and do that until you have about 10 to 15 images that you know will work. And I recommend when you make your prompts, make sure you add in a part there where it says it has a white background. This is going to make it much easier for when you have to make the background transparent, which is the next step. Now, I've seen a lot of people here on YouTube say you don't need to cut out the white background. Some people are saying that is a necessary thing you have to do if you want to get a lot of sales. So whether you want to do that or not, it's really up to you. However, one mandatory thing you have to do is upscale your images, because the people that are downloading these images are expecting at least a 400 dpi resolution image. Otherwise, it's going to be grainy and it's not going to be something that people want to buy, or if they do buy it, they probably are not going to leave a good review. If you do decide to cut out the backgrounds, that's probably going to be the most manual part of this whole entire thing, because there are some parts in some intricate images where if you do an auto remove transparent background, it doesn't necessarily get all the tiny little cracks. So for this video, I want to keep it short and sweet. I'm not going to teach you how to take out a transparent background. This isn't a Photoshop video, but that is one thing you have to keep in mind before you even start. Setting up the Etsy shop is pretty straightforward. You can brand it however you want, and once you have it all set up, you can easily make a listing. Each listing is going to be 20 cents per month to keep it up. I think that's a pretty decent fee considering you're making a downloadable listing where everything's automated once the person makes a purchase. So for your listing, you're going to need images to showcase what you're selling. However, you can't just straight up put the images that you have, because people could easily screenshot and take that, and that defeats the whole entire purpose. So we're going to use Canva, which is a free to use image editing software, and basically we're going to be putting a watermark on all our images so no one can take it. And again, this part is pretty straightforward. It's up to you how you decorate or make your listing images. And for your listing, you can make up what you want to say, or you can look at what other people are saying and kind of emulate that in your own words. But the main takeaway is always clarify that you are in fact selling AI art, because one, it's just not cool to claim that you are in fact making these yourself, and two, you don't want any bad reviews or people trying to make claims against you. And the last part that allows this whole thing to be automated is the download folder that you have to make. It's very simple. You just create a Google Drive folder and you put the finalized images in them. And next you create a little Google Doc that links to that folder. Download the Google Doc as a PDF, and that's what you're going to be putting in your listing. So just to be clear, when someone buys your listing, they're going to receive that Google Doc. They're going to be able to click on that link and they will have access to that folder and that folder alone. They won't have access to your actual Google account. Make sure you clarify that when you make the folder link. So after all of this, you've just made a listing on Etsy where if someone makes a purchase, you don't have to worry about the shipping or any of that. It's completely automated. And I want to be clear, making one listing isn't going to make you any money. But if you're able to consistently make listing after listing after listing, people are going to be more likely to buy from your store because you have a lot more products to choose from. You seem more established. Maybe ask some of your friends to make a purchase and make a review just so you might have a better ranking in search results. So those are all the steps necessary to create an automated AI art based Etsy shop. And right now for me, this is one of the more interesting ways to make money online, because once you're able to get a lot of the front end work done, it's completely passive. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have any more specific questions, definitely comment down below. Stay tuned for more videos on how to make money online like this one, and I'll see you next time.